You're watching the Mr. Quality Guy YouTube channel.
Hey everyone, Mr. Quality Guy here, and today we are going to discuss converting inches to metric and the issues that can arise when converting these units of measurement. So, when converting from inches to metric, there are some issues that can arise. But first we need to understand what is a unit of measurement. A unit of measurement, or a measurement unit, is a standard quantity used to express a physical quantity. We're going to cover the metric and SAE measurement units today. So, metric units are based in tens and most commonly expressed in manufacturing as microns and millimeters. 1,000 microns is 1 millimeter, and 500 microns would be expressed as 0.500. Most of the world uses the metric system, and so this is going to be one of the more common views. Now we go to SAE. SAE, or Standard American English, uses inches and fractions of an inch, or tens, hundreds, and thousands of an inch. Decimal inches, such as tens, hundreds, and thousands of an inch, are expressed as 0.1, 0.01, and 0.001, with tenths of a thousandths also being used at 0.001. So, how do we convert the units? Converting from SAE to metric, or from metric to SAE, is actually pretty simple. 1 inch will equal 25.4 millimeters, so to convert from SAE to metric, we would multiply by 25.4. On the inverse, to go from metric to SAE, we would divide by 25.4. Seems pretty simple, right? But now we're going to go into why this is a problem. This becomes a problem as people tend to simplify as in express 1,000th of an inch as 25 microns, 0.001 inch, or 0.025 millimeters. We know that this is incorrect, but this is common in manufacturing. So I've got this little chart here. As we can see, 1,000th of an inch equals 25 microns. That puts us 4/10 of a millimeter off. If we go and say 2 thousandths is 50 millimeters, then that puts me 8 thousandths of a millimeter off. And we go up to 3 thousandths and call it 0.075 millimeters, or 75 microns. That puts me 1.2 microns off. As you can see, using this method causes scalability issues. When it comes to 1,000ths and 2 thousandths in inches, you're pretty close. The conversion is pretty close, but continue that trend, the gap is going to exponentially grow. So we're going to go into an example of why this could be an issue, an example of a failure that I've seen before. So let's imagine you're working in a plant and a blueprint calls for a hole to be 75 millimeters, and you get plus or minus 100 microns. So to simplify that, we get 74.9 millimeters to 75.1 millimeters in total size. However, someone decided to do all the cutting in SAE and knew that 3 thousandths is normally called 75 microns, so they set the machine to cut the hole at 3 inches. This is a common thinking pattern that happens. So if we take our formula and do 3 by 25.4, we would end up with 76.2 millimeters, which would make the hole very oversized and thus does not meet blueprint requirements. So, simply put, when converting from inches to metric or metric to inches, you're going to run into problems because, especially when you get to not whole numbers, you're going to run into scalability issues or non-perfect, so you'll have to round up or round down. This is more of an issue when using the SAE system, as a micron is already extremely small, but 1,000th of an inch, it's 25 microns. It's small, but within the known limit of visibility. So how do we stop this? Simply put, measure and cut in whatever unit the blueprint says. If the blueprint is in inches, you should measure and cut in inches. If the blueprint is in metric, you should measure and cut in metric. Doing this prevents any sort of issues when it comes to conversions. Alrighty, so that was a short little video on explaining issues when converting units of measurement. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and have a fantastic day.